General Hospital sees Lois Cirillo, Rena Sofer, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens brooding in some seriously hot water. And they're going to face the wrath of a lot of hurt and angry people this week. We're going to talk about the firestorm that lies ahead for these two unlucky ladies as Lois faces fallout from her lies and Lulu gets roasted for blowing up lives. Port Charles truth bomb. Gio's paternity secret explodes all right. So a truth bomb just blew up Port Charles. And it wouldn't have been such a public catastrophe if it weren't for Lulu. On top of, Lois' 2 decades of lies. Miss just can't mind her own business insisted on confronting Lois about Gio's parentage at the nurses' ball where anyone could overhear. And because it's a soap, of course, Gio overheard and Lois was freaking out and couldn't deny it. From there, Gio lost it, and he blew up on stage accusing his clueless biological father and mom, Don Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, of throwing him away because they didn't want him. It was huge. It was sad. It was high drama. It was great. General Hospital. Lulu faces consequences for exposing Gio's secret. So once everybody realizes the role that Lulu played in Gio finding this out in the worst way possible, and then him unloading on Dante and BLQ in the worst way possible, Lulu is going to face some serious consequences. The big Gio secret wouldn't have come out this way if not for Lulu. It would have been hard enough for Dante to find out he has a grown son that he knew nothing about. And BLQ's pregnancy was this 20-year-old secret that his close friends Chase, Josh Swickard, and Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, both knew. But this is worse. Dan has been kept away from Gio all this time. And it would have been devastating for Brooke Lynn to find out Lois and Gloria Cerullo, Ellen Travolta, have been hiding Gio in plain sight as part of her family all these years. But to find it out like this, it's so much worse. Dante got to watch Gio grow up without knowing he's their son, but they were present in his life. But this reveal devastating on its own. But for it to blow up in public, at the nurses' ball, TV cameras rolling, it's just next level. General Hospital. Don's fury. Lulu's meddling and poor choices. So Dante is going to be furious with Lulu. She had 2 choices. 1. Bled out of Brooke Lynn private teen baby business because Lulu was committing a crime breaking into Martin Gray's, Michael E. Knight, hotel room, and she never should have found out, never should have known, never should have been involved. 2nd, once Lulu did know that BLQ had Don's baby, well, she could have gone to him first and skipped the whole confrontation with BLQ. But of course, she wanted to rake her over the coals because she dislikes her. And on top of Lulu sitting on the pregnancy secret, then she sat on her suspicions that their son was Gio. That was another choice she made to not go to Dante. From his perspective, I just can see him thinking that Lulu either should have stayed out or come clean. Not the game playing that Lulu engaged in to deliberately torment Brooke Lynn. Don's reaction to Brooke Lynn and Lois on General Hospital. Now, initially Dante is also upset at BLQ, but this week he's going to hear her tearing into Lois. And Dante realizes, okay, Brooke Lynn was just a kid, younger than Gio is now, not much older than Rocco Falsaroni, Finn Francis Carr, is now, when she made this life-changing decision to give the baby up for adoption. And I think of everybody that Dante's going to confront, Brooke Lynn might actually get off the easiest when it all comes out. Obviously, Dante is furious. He's hurt. And any chance of a romantic reunion that Lulu was hoping for is probably gone for now, if not gone forever. General Hospital. Tracy's disappointment and Lulu's justifications. And Tracy Quartermain. Jane Elliott is going to be upset and very disappointed in Lulu. Now Tracy obviously still loves Lulu, but she warned her not to do this. And instead of listening to Tracy, Laura Spencer Collins, Ginny Francis, or Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, Lulu just had to meddle because she's so jealous of Brooke Lynn, she couldn't stay out of it. And Lulu is going to have a lot of explaining to do to Brooke Lynn as well, and also Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard. Because to everybody looking at this, it appears that Lulu had this one goal to hurt Brooklyn as much as possible. And in the process, she hurt a lot of other people, Dante and Gio among them. And let's be clear, up until Lois told Lulu that Brooklyn had no idea that Gio's her son, Lulu 100% wanted to stick it to BLQ. She told Cody that, even when he said, "I don't think she knows." General Hospital. Lois faces the music. Unforgivable lies. So this week, Brooklyn is beyond furious with her mother. Dante going to join in on that action piling on Lois. Brooklyn tells Lois what she did is unforgivable. So despite how much heat Lulu takes, Lois is in even more hot water. We're probably going to see Lois on a walk of shame all the way back to Bensonhurst soon. I fully expect Tracy to evict Lois from the Q mansion so fast it'll make her head spin, with support from Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, and Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Locicero, and possibly Brooklyn too. Impact on Lois' relationships. Olivia, Ned, and Sunny on GA. While we're at it, Olivia is Lois' best friend and has been forever. She's going to be horrified that Lois lied to her face for years, and that she never got to know that Gio was her grandson. Lois kept her and Ned both from knowing their grandchild Gio. And you got to wonder where Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, lands on this, because he's another of Lois' best friends that she has lied to. And Gio is also his grandson. I frankly expect that Olivia may not speak to Lois for a good long while. Ned and BLQ may give her the silent treatment too. Sonny's kind of a coin toss, because sometimes he forgives, other times he rages and holds grudges. So, we'll see how he does. General Hospital. Brooklyn confides in Ned about teen pregnancy. This week, Brooklyn opens up to her dad. At the time, she was scared to tell Ned about her teen pregnancy. And we don't know if Lois encouraged Brooklyn to not tell Ned, And if that's true, he'll probably be even angrier at Lois. The only people that have known everything all along was Lois and Gloria, and Gio's adoptive mom Camila. Lois' future in Port Charles and Rena Sofer's plans. So, this is just huge. I don't see Lois welcome in Port Charles for a very long time, which kind of aligns with Rena Sofer's stated goal. She wants to semi-retire. So, I think this storyline sets the stage for her to step back as Lois, maybe just pop back into Port Charles now and then. Brooklyn, Dante, Gio, and everybody else need time to heal and figure out what life looks like going forward. So Lois is probably going to head back to Bensonhurst, settle back into the boroughs to lick her wounds from all the lashes she's going to get this week. General Hospital. Lulu and Cody face fallout. Lulu, on the other hand, is going to have to face these people every day. Worse yet, she dragged Cody into it. He's going to face some fallout. Dante is upset that Cody has known the truth since they were teens, but for him to conspire with Lulu is just next level. So Cody may be in a timeout and may be a little upset at Lulu for taking him down with her. What's next for Gio, Dante, and Brooklyn on GH? But now that Brooklyn, Dante, and Gio know the truth, I am excited to see what's next for them. This week, Gio's angry. He's ready to run, but Tracy stops him and hopefully can get him to listen to the truth that neither BLQ nor Dante knew. It's a shock to them. Nobody rejected him. His parents would have loved him, but they just didn't know. Rocco's potential reaction to Lulu. I also wonder if Rocco might have some things to say to his mom Lulu for playing with lives, lying to Dante's face, and then outing his new older brother this way. Healing in the future for the family. I'm totally here for it as Gio gets to know his parents and his stepdad Chase, and his new brother Rocco. And the family does some healing, but Lois and Lulu might be on the outside looking in for quite some time.